Hello soulmates, welcome back to the part 2 of this tutorial. So now I'm going to show you how I achieved this pocket look with the side bias and the cover flap. For the side pockets, I mentioned earlier that I'm going to be using a lining fabric for the inner side of the pocket and the main fabric. This component here is for the cargo pocket, and here I have the bias strip that will go around the cargo pocket. So I've already gone off camera to iron this, and if you're using a fabric that has the front and back facing, you would iron this right side facing each other. You can see this is the wrong side of my fabric, this is the right side of my fabric. You iron right side facing each other and then iron out and iron out the other way. So I will teach you how to attach this to this main pocket, and this is the cover flap. I've already prepared it. This I've already prepared it. So you would attach paper stay to the cover flap for a little stiffness, and this is my waistband. I've already gone ahead to iron off camera, and don't forget that our waistband width is 4 inches. This is our main fabric. I have the front piece and the back piece together. So to start with this, we are going to attach this pocket first to the front piece of this fabric. So here I have my front piece. So you face your front piece the right side and take this black fabric, because it's not going to show. I'll face it right side facing each other. On the main fabric, you mark 2.5 inches on the waist. Then from the waist downward, I'll mark 7 inches. So because I have a seam allowance of 1 inch, I'm going to be joining both points like so. So I'll go to my sewing machine and join this like this and come back to you. So guys, this part is completely optional, but I like to do it. You can iron it in place or iron it and also top stitch. So I'm going to go back to my sewing machine and sew at 1/4 inch round this pocket to just give it a nice. So I've done the 1/4 inch finishing on the pocket. You can see the top stitch around. I've also done that. So you turn your fabric and then attach the other side of the pocket. You can see why we used this fabric for the inner part of this pocket, because it's not going to show, but this must be at the outer because it will show out here. Can you see that? And also note, it is also important to serge around your pocket. So I've already gone out to do that. So remember, we took out 2.5 inches from this part, 2.5 inches from this part. So I'm also going to replace that back on this side. So I have my 2.5 inches here. So I have my 2.5 inches here. I'm just going to mark it out. And inches here. Place that. We would use our pins to side to look like this. Isn't this beautiful, guys? So we'll go back to the sewing machine and join just the pocket. Join here and here. So we have this joined together round just on this side and the bottom. So that's it for the side pockets. So I'm going to get my back piece, right side facing each other. And join together. I've gone ahead to sew this fabric on 1 inch seam allowance and also serge the rough edges. I'll quickly go to my ironing table and iron this side seam flat and come back to show you the preparation of our cargo pockets. For our cargo pockets, remember the measurements we took. I made this 13 inches by 10 inches. So we're going to be having a style here. What you're going to do is to fold your fabric wrong side facing each other like so. From the folded end, you mark 1.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and sew this on this straight line and come back to show you. So guys, after joining it, it will look like this. So what you need to do is to open it up and then iron this flat so that it will look like this, and take my pins and put it in place. I'm going to go and serge this top part of the pocket, fold this in by 1 inch, and then fold the side, each side of this pocket by 1 centimeter inward. This side, the bottom side, 1 centimeter inward, and also this side. So guys, I've gone ahead to iron this and also fold the top part by 1 inch and also the sides by 1 cm. So the essence of this is to make it easy for us to attach these strips round the pockets like so. So come with me to my sewing machine while I teach you how to attach this. To join this strip to this pocket, you're going to turn your pocket right side facing up, and you see this strip, it's going to be like this. You have the wrong side facing each other like so. Then note that this end will be folded like so, and then you attach this like so. So the strip is not going to align with the main pocket. It's going to be a little bit inward. But if this is going to be difficult for you to sew, I would always advise my students to sew the other way around. Please do not forget that while joining this, the strip should be away from the main pocket by 1/8 of an inch. So when you turn it the other way around, it wouldn't show. Try to get this out of the way so you don't stitch on it. And get it in. Try not to pull your fabric, not tension it. Because I have to snip this part. Aside, later you have excess. Then you have. So we have this done. See how neat, so neat. So I'll get my main fabric. I have already okay guys, from the hemline to the line I have here, I measured out 17 inches. I will now take the base of this pocket and align it on that 17 inches mark, making sure the center of this pocket is on the side seam. Now, aligning and placement of this pocket is so important because if you don't place it properly, you're going to come out at the end of the day with a slanty pocket or misaligned pocket. So here, I am just trying to do that, aligning properly and pinning in place so that I can attach it to the main fabric. So I am literally hiding this strip behind the main pocket. Next, I'm going to measure the width of this pocket so that I can take this measurement and cut out my cover flap. For the sake of time and the length of this video, I attached this component off cam. So to do that, from the top of this pocket, you're going to draw a line 1.5 inch away from this top, and then take your component after you must have prepared it, sewn and turn it up and place it on that 1/2 inch line and then sew on it. Notice how neat it is. I've gone ahead to do this off cam, and also you can do a decorative stitch depending on your choice. After sewing the pocket on my fabric, I went ahead to finish sewing the pants, hemmed, and of course serged the rough edges. For the elastic waistband, I cut out exactly the waist measurement I have, inserted the elastic and made buttonholes so I could pass the rope. Next, I'm going to show you how to sew along this waistband. I've placed my waistband to sew on 0.5 inch from the top of the waistband. While maintaining this, you will notice how I am pulling the fabric while sewing this. The reason is because we want to evenly distribute the excess of the fabric on the elastic so as to give it a nice finish. Next, I'm going to repeat the same process for the second stitch, but on a 0.75 inch width from the first stitch. Finally, we have our wide leg cargo pants ready. And for the final touch, I'm just going to go in with my seam ripper to open up that channel where the rope will be passing through. Now, this is just me tying up the ends of the rope. This is completely optional. You can tie the rope or attach a bead at the end just to make that rope not unravel. With this, we've come to an end of this sewing tutorial. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot from this. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to like, share, subscribe and hit the notification button so you'll be the first to know when a new video is up. Thank you.